Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cheetah Wheels 45 YouTube channel and your most beloved series, poorly themed rankings. Today we'll be diving into the thrilling world of roller coasters at, of course, Knott's Berry Farm, Valencia, in California. And you don't want to miss this coaster ranking and park enjoyability review. So, we have three major roller coasters I want to talk about, and they're all very ranked well. But which one is above the other? We'll find out. And to back up those three coasters, you need theming and overall a good park environment. Does Knott's Berry Farm provide, or does it not? So, let's dive in. Whoa! Whoa. Hit that subscribe, like, and possibly, if you're feeling giddy, hit a little comment on your favorite roller coaster in this video. Let's get started. Hello everyone, and welcome to the roller coaster ranking and review of Knott's Berry Farm. Alright. And for those who are not familiar with Knott's Berry Farm, it's a popular amusement park, like I said, in Anaheim, California. And it is home to some of the best attractions out there. And actually, Knott's Berry Farm is the original predecessor to the log flume before even Disneyland took the idea and made Splash Mountain, which is quite a fun fact. Now, I mentioned that we'll be exploring three major rides, which consist of Ghost Rider, Silver Bullet, and Hang Time. I would also like to throw in Accelerator, even though it was closed for the 2022 season, and I never got to experience it when I was at Knott's Berry Farm. But, without a further ado, let's take these four attractions and see how they fit in the park as a milestone for each theme of the park. Alright? And how Knott's Berry's charm really brings in guests every single year and provides a fun stay for everyone. Alright! Like I said, three main attractions. Let's hit it off with a banger. Number 1, Ghost Rider. Now, Ghost Rider is first up on our rankings, and it is a legendary ride, a GCI wooden coaster that spans the park, and it's the main archway over the highway when driving down Anaheim. Now, brace yourself, folks. This wooden beast is known for its intensity. It is a long... Now, Ghost Rider has been featured on many enthusiast lists as some top-notch wooden coaster content, and I can agree for sure. It opened in 1998, and in late 2015 and through the spring of 2016, a complete track rehaul was performed. The refurbishment sent GCI's Ghost Rider into a whole new level of thrill. Now, Ghost Rider's elements were amazing. The airtime hills, the quick banking, and the helixes provide a great sensation when on the ride. Fantastic laterals and verticals throughout the entire ride. Knott's Berry Farm does a fantastic job maintaining this coaster, and the station is well lit and well themed. My experience there was amazing. The Fast Pass lane was quick and easy, but not just that, it was the ride-ups. They were amazing. Very, very well established what their job was to do, and they got it done. Now, Ghost Town, which Ghost Rider is set in, is an amazing themed area, and Ghost Rider really complements it with its lift hill, its overall track length, and just the old rickety wooden supports really bringing life to the old Weston town. Ghost Rider also provides a great and unique experience. The 2-minute and 30-second long ride is exhilarating. It's a wild ride from start to finish, with a breathtaking drop through that beautiful tunnel protecting you from the sun, and its heart-pounding turns like I mentioned. Now, the laterals you get in the end are astonishing. That final helix just feels like it keeps going on forever. And when I tell you forever, I mean forever. Personally, I believe Ghost Rider is a favorite. You know, the best part, well, the ride is so long, it feels like it lasts forever. Winding through the support structures and diving deep down, every single moment is not bland. When I tell you guys, it is not bland. It is not bland. It is not bland. Personally, I love the feeling of flying through the air on this classic wooden coaster. So Ghost Rider certainly deserves a top spot in my ranking. A deserving A tier. A well-deserved A tier. Moving on, next up we have Silver Bullet, the only inverted coaster at Knott's Berry Farm. Just like Batman the Ride, Silver Bullet is a B&M invert, and rather than Batman, it is quite a journey. Now, its long and lengthy layout lasts 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and it's just a journey through Knott's Berry's ghost town. It is a unique design and exhilarating through and through, with loops and corkscrews, and of course, its really horrible drop. Now, Knott's, you made a great coaster. Silver Bullet packs it a punch at some points, but that first drop is honestly embarrassing. Once at the top, the train goes through a pre-drop before entering the 109-foot descend. Once at the bottom of this, the train enters a 105-foot vertical loop. Now after exiting this loop, the train maneuvers through a banked left turn, leading into a cobra roll, right at the front entrance. Almost immediately after, the train goes through a 0G roll, followed by a downward left helix, which then leads the train into its first 2 corkscrews, which is sadly separated by a left-hand turn. Next, the train enters its iconic upward helix, which, when I was on it, was brutal. I felt the 4.2 Gs of force right at the bottom of my legs. The blood immediately rushed from my head down to the bottom of my body. Let me tell you, I cannot get enough of that ending, though. Right next to the water, whew, man, Silver Bullet. Overall, Silver Bullet's a fantastic ride, and it's a stunning view throughout the entire park. It can be seen from every angle, but it especially complements Ghost Town. Seeing Ghost Rider and Silver Bullet right next to each other always makes me feel like I'm in the western world Knott's Berry Farm tries to, set. So major props to Cedar Fair on this one. I'd say you guys gain another W with B&M. That easily puts Silver Bullet at an S tier for me. A fantastic ride through and through. Now, let's talk about Knott's newest addition, Hang Time! Now, this coaster is the first ever dive coaster in California, taking you up its 150-foot vertical lift hill. And upon reaching the top here, the train is held for 5 seconds before plunging a 96-degree vertical drop. The train reaches a max speed of 57 miles per hour and heads through a negative G stall loop, which is a crazy element by Gerstlauer, a one-of-a-kind inversion. The train then enters a non-inverted dive loop followed by a sidewinder before exiting in the opposing direction. This then leads the train into a corkscrew and a cutback. Following the cutback, it goes through an ejector airtime hump. Not a pump, you goof. Then the train enters a cobra roll located in front of the negative G stall loop. This compact coaster is small, providing great forces at a duration of about 1 minute and 15 seconds. The train then slows as it hits the brake run to end the ride. Hang Time opened at the Boardwalk in 2017 as a ride to throw back to the days of surfing in California in the mid-1960s. It fits perfectly with the Boardwalk. It really enhances every single ride and attraction there. And Hang Time is a perfect fit for Knott's Berry Farm. My ride experience with this thing was phenomenal. Of course, the line was quick, the ride ops were on it as usual, and it is a perfect backdrop for the park. Major props to Hang Time. I loved everything about it. Each element so different, so surprising. Gerstlauer has a collection of elements, and Knott's Berry Farm and Cedar Fair utilize each of these crazy elements to the best of their ability. I can also appreciate the light work that Knott's Berry has on Hang Time. The lighting is amazing. It really sets the mood for the coaster, and it looks phenomenal at 10 p.m. When I tell you, a night ride on Hang Time is one of the best experiences you can get in the park, I mean it. So this ride deserves the A tier. Finally, we have Accelerator. Now, I've never rode this coaster, but I heard it's a beauty. Anyway, might as well review it. Accelerator's hydraulic launches you from 0 to 82 miles per hour in just 2.3 seconds. It uses 157 feet of track. It's a quick ride, but it is crazy with a maximum of 10,500 horsepower during that launch. Woo-woo, mama! It takes you through an amazing layout, and there's a lucky chance you'll get a rollback. In this case, you get to ride it pretty much twice or 1.5 times. Now, a rollback on Accelerator would be absolutely phenomenal because it actually has a bit of track after the top hat, rather than rides like King Dakar and Top Thrill just ending, hitting the brake run right after. Accelerator is truly a complimenting ride. It's a fantastic sight from the skyline, just like Hang Time, Silver Bullet, and Ghost Rider. All these have one thing in common, at least. Now, Accelerator, like I said, complements the park, especially the Boardwalk, with its 90s style trains and dining area, really bringing you back to the 60s, just like Hang Time did, but in a different way. How about in a Chevrolet? With a blind ranking, because I've yet to ride Accelerator, I'd give it probably an S tier. That launch just looks insane. I gotta say, I've heard things. Accelerator is a top-notch coaster, and I can't wait to ride it. For sure. Thank you to everyone tuning into another episode of Poorly Themed Rankings. This episode on Knott's Berry Farm was a banger to record, and the rides were amazing. Ghost Rider, hands down my favorite Woody out there at the present moment. It's just so long, action-packed, it's amazing. It does not get better than that, GCI. And I know there are some good ones like Mystic Timbers, but come on, it's Ghost Rider. Gotta give it some cred. Now, Silver Bullet. What a fantastic ride. Super great inversions, graceful, and I got a whole journey through the park. Amazing job, Cedar Point. Great job, Knotts. Whoa, let's not forget about that tight helix at the end. Now that is a jaw dropper. Honestly, Hang Time, you had to grow on me a bit. I've never rode a Gerstlauer my entire life, and you know, after the first few rides, I really liked Hang Time. The nighttime lighting was amazing, the theming's great, and the soundtrack, perfection. Hang Time, you're a beauty. Whew. Finally, Accelerator. Super fun to talk about, but hopefully it's super fun to ride. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Poorly Themed Rankings. And I hope to see you guys very soon in the next one, where we go across California ranking and reviewing.